Welcome to Egyptian Museum, specifically the room of animals mummy at the second floor of the Egyptian museums. So we are going to explore the mummies of a specific and variety of the animals in ancient Egypt, starting with this showcase of cow and a peace bird, symbol of knowledge. Then we go to see the gallery inside. We are exploring the animals Mummies Hall in the Egyptian Museum, the showcase with specific jars dating from pre-dynastic to the Middle Kingdom, specifically this limestone block represented here the birds and the lotus, the skeleton of dog, the horned dog, which is specifically used in the hunting in the desert process with ancient Egyptians, complete skeleton as we have just seen, everything in details. Now we see Boukhis Ball, the mummy of Boukhis Ball. It's a mother of Boukhis. This cow, it's mother of Boukhis Ball, of the god Montu, and thus Divan by association. This mummy was mummified using a large enema of juniper and cedar oil. The iron clamps that we have just seen refer to help and hold in the sphinx posture. Why? Its hind tendons have been cut to achieve this posture. So the iron clamps indicated to be the form of a sphinx for the pole of Boukhis as a symbol of power and fertility in ancient Egypt. We are moving now to this box of cat and baboon. Here, inside this showcase, you are going to see with me the skeleton of the horse in a very good details, as we have just seen. It's a pet horse. It might be a personal belonging of a member of Senimut's family. Senimut was the engineer who built the temple of Hatshepsut, queen, at Deir el-Bahari at West Bank at Luxor. The head of this horse is on display separately, and all the horse, it was discovered within a coffin, wooden coffin, as we have seen the bones and the Now let's go to see the crocodile. This is the sacred animal mummies. It's a concept of worshipping animals, and these animals were worshipped during their lifetime as a personification of the god, and buried with the pomp and circumstances upon their death. As we have seen, the huge two crocodiles, a symbol of the god Sobek, the god of fertility and flood in ancient Egypt. The ancient Egyptians believed that the spirits of the god would enter the body as a specially marked beast, and upon the animal's death would move to another animal, which also had special marks. So we are exploring now the crocodiles. It's very huge, very long, wooden showcase. Sobek symbol of fertility. As you have seen, the huge head and also a very well mummified body. The sacred fish. These fish were eaten throughout Egypt, except in the area of Isna, in the middle of Egypt. From the late period onward, that's why it's existed in a huge numerous of fish, this particular fish. Here, the map of the provenance of Egypt, which is specialized in a specific symbol of animals. Now we are exploring the gazelle, the pet animals. Pet animals. The Egyptians kept pets from the earliest times. They were pampered creatures such as gazelles and monkeys. As we have seen, the gazelle of Iset Emkheb, it was a pet animal of the divine wife of the god Ammon, Iset Emkheb, the high priestess in that time. Also, pets were beloved that the Egyptian wanted them to have eternal life. So they mummified and buried them. This is skeleton. The monkey. Pet papon. This papon was almost certainly a pet animal, and it must be imported from Nubia or south of Africa. This papon had a long finger and toenails. It had a well-healed broken arm, all of which indicate it lived in captivity for such a long time and it didn't have hunt for food. It might be lived well over 5 years. These are food mummies. Consist of poultry or joints of meat. Another papon also in the same tomb. Here is the dog and the papon were discovered in the same tomb. 3 papons within the showcase, as we have just seen. The greyhound dog used in the hunting in the desert, very well mummified, discovered in only the specific owner for a specific tomb, as we have just seen in the photo of discovery. We are exploring the whole showcase to see each items. Now we are moving to see the items of poultry or joints of meat that are wrapped in bandages and placed in the tomb to provide food for the afterlife. The food are prepared as if they are ready to be cooked. They were preserved using salt natron. Showcase for the coffins for scarab petals. They were made to contain the preserved remains of the scarab. And you see with me different symbols and different models of the pole of dung. That scarab pouch was equated with the sun disk by ancient Egyptians. Different shapes of the scarab petals, coffins, and here the panel to identify the process of balls. Votive mummies. 2 showcases of votive mummies. Votive offerings are mummified that were dedicated to specific deities and buried in catacombs attached to the temples. This would have acted in the same way as votive candles. They activate prayers as long as they exist. Pilgrims would purchase a mummy according to its burial in an underground labyrinth tomb, such as cats and also snakes and some falcons' mummies. They were considered as a votive offering mummies to get a strong relationship with the gods as a religious offering. as we are exploring now the different mummies within small coffins. Take the same figure of the animal. Here, the last showcase is the rames. The rames in ancient Egypt, which is considered the symbol of the god Ammon, the god of fertility, the god of creation, and the main god controlling all Thebes, which now is Luxor. Then we have two mummies of rams. You see here the crown, sun disk between two copras, and also the gold foils covered whole the body. Here also the ibis. This is the ibis, symbol of the god Jehuti, the mummified ibis, which is located in a very several mummies, thousands mummies underground at Tuna al-Jabal at Ilminia as a votive mummies as well. You see here also the ibis, different types of ibis mummies. Here also the mummy of ibis within this showcase, as you see with me. Now we are moving out from the Mummies Hall. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy this journey.